Welcome to Auto Club Speedway, Fontana, California, about an hour away from Los Angeles area. The lights are going to be bright. We'll see who finds that and writes the Hollywood script tonight. Joining me as always is going to be Zach 103 TV. Zach, welcome to the broadcast booth, buddy. Great race at Armory Digital. Frank Schillen brought it home. What do you expect here for our first regular race? This is usually where the contenders and the pretenders are sorted out. Who's got the speed, who's got the setup wise, at our first 2-miler and first intermediate downforce track of the season.
Yeah, I really think it's going to come down to who's able to stay clean the most and maybe just still have that speed. The Cup race we ran here, I don't know if it's going to be a duplicate, but seeing this is, I think this is the first time NCCRS has raced here at Auto Club. And in the past, I think we started off the season in Atlanta, but today we got a whole lot of guys. Got a rookie in his debut starting on pole.
Yeah, we're going to go through a little bit of the changes of some new people here. Let's start with our pole starter, Kyler Stray. Looks really good in practice, Zach. Qualifying on pole. Now, usually with rookies, they tend to have a really hot shot lap in the beginning and fall off during the race. What's your expectations here for Mr. Stray for 30 laps here at the Auto Club Speedway?
Really, he's in his debut. I guess we don't know until the checkered flag drops. He may lead it till the end if he's able to block real good. But again, you don't really know that stuff till early. And the Cup race, we've seen a lot of guys, a lot of very slow conveyor belts, I guess you could say, but not the top lane's good in some areas. The bottom lane, I think, is going to be the passing lane in turn one. But yeah, it's going to be really how eager everyone else is to get to the lead to see how if he's going to handle well up here.
Yeah, and we'll also go through some of the Zach. Can you go through some of the newbies coming in tonight? Give a little rundown.
So, and another guy who debuted last race, Ryan Little, he did not finish his first race, unfortunately. Hopefully to try to counterball that today with a decent finish. Only has 1 point in standings, but hopefully he can rebound. Again, we got quite a few rookies, but another thing I want to note, Michele Guerrero at Armory Digital Super Speedway did need a fill-in, so for this race, so team owner Reggie Fogelman will be driving that 43 Haviland Chevy for today's race for Michael, as he'll probably be back next race. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Other than that, everyone's just geared up to go for the first intermediate. The past two super speed races have been interesting nonetheless, but I think everyone's geared up, good to go, and hopefully we have a good race going here. So we'll have to see how that goes.
And really quick, Pax Kozar and Frank Schillen are your top two in points. We'll just pan over to Pax Kozar, our first guy. Took it home at the season opener. And then Frank Schillen took it on Armory Digital. Obviously, Daytona was the season opener. But Frank Schillen won Armory Digital in what can only be described as a wreck fest turned into a calm fest at the end of the last 10 laps of that race. And Pontiac, Dodge and Ford respectively have won. Well, Pontiac, Chevy, and the only Toyota and Jack Ross third in points. We'll see if they upset the apple cart. California is known for Toyota as they have a headquarters down in California. So let's see if they can win at their home track. Fontana. Zach, real quick here. This is one of the races where it doesn't really matter about so much pit stops, but tire wear does matter. Who do you think actually has the really best sense of it? We got a little prediction here for the fans. Where do you think you need to start going? Or is this going to be a race of survival in the beginning? We have seen cars hit the wall in turn 3 and 4 in practice. What's your prediction here, these first 5 laps to set the tone for tonight?
I think if you hit the wall, I don't think it's the end of your race by no means. You could definitely recover. And, these guys are going to be really pushing it, hitting the wall just enough where sometimes they will lose speed, sometimes they won't lose a lot, and sometimes they'll get around that corner just enough to where they can execute the corner. These guys are going to be really pressing it hard to make sure they go as fast as they can. Don't have a lot from the rookies in terms of statistics, but a little nugget here. Truly Money, he's been very good at intermediates like this, and we'll see if he's good tonight.
Let's get to the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
We'll see if Truly Money will cash it in tonight here at Fontana. Zach, this is 30 laps, fast action. We know tire wear can be a little bit sketchy. That turn 3-4 wall with the wind conditions, light tonight, about 61 degrees. Clear skies, though, tonight here at Fontana. Pax Kozar, like I said, is our points leader. And some people to look at, just a kind of a note, In the beginning of the race, you want to lead laps. Vince Freeze, Frank Chilton, and Cozart have the most laps. That's extra bonus points. That's going to conclude here for the pre-race headlines and pre-race festivities. Let's get down to the green flag coming up, as it will be Mr. Sue Stray and Ian Stiles on the front row that will take us to the green flag. The pace car is about to make the hard left turn on the pit road. There he goes. Mr. Sue Stray is going to lead us down to green here as they enter the restart zone. It's Southern California. The lights shine brighter. Who will shine the brightest tonight? Green flag is in the air. Off to a nice start, even start from the front row. As Kyler looks to lead into turn 1, but give to Zach in the turn 2 covers.
Yeah, it looks like the rookie is able to execute in turn 1 well. Do got a dodge on the bottom there. Again, I don't think draft's going to be huge, as Ian Stiles going to try to have a run up top. And definitely see who can execute this corner well. It looks like the 85, Alex Tinker, going to try to go low here.
Here we go. Here's our first 4-5 wide. They're pushing. Stiles hits the wall. Frey hits the wall. Now Tanker's going to make a run. Wow, really close back there. But it's going to be Ian Stiles, the vet, leading the first lap as they're really pushing it 4 or 5 wide back there. I think the high side's going to have that run into 1, 2, 3, and 4. You want to be somewhere the 4th lane of the speedway for sure.
I am absolutely stunned they did not crash there. They were almost 5 wide off that corner.
You see Messi and Money there. Messi had a wild ride last week. Same with Ryan Cole.
Sure.
Hello?
Corner. And Ian Stiles in the wall. It looks like, he's gotten in the wall. I don't think he led very briefly, but it looks like 97 is going to retake the lead. That was a very brief run that Kyler had. We got Alex Tanker. He's up here in second, and Saber Fox in third. We got a top 5 set. Aztec Lovett was briefly in the top 5 as well last time, but it looks like he's going to lose a little bit of speed here. Frank Chilton, he is inside the top 5 right now, quite possibly looking for 2 wins in a row.
When the wall goes
NCCRS.
Yeah,
straight in the wall.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little tight. This is where tires start. If Frank Chilton once again showing that raw pace, making a bold move, big cojones move 4 wide. He's going to get it done in lane 1 for a minute as they start to get a little run up top.
Man, 4 wide to 1. This guy's going crazy. Went from 4th to 2nd.
Frank Chilton, we talked about him in Sox in previous series where he's on a mission. This guy, when he's hot, he's hot. When he's not, he's not. So he's looking to continue that as once again Sue Stray's falling back nearly into the wall again and just clipped it actually.
Yeah, it looks like Saber moving up the track a little bit. He wanted to make sure he had plenty of room. But again, these guys are fresh in the series. A little bit of disadvantage.
Still 4 wide, as you can see. Tanker's still leading, controlling the pace. One thing about Auto Club is you see that the tire wear is starting to really happen 5 laps in. We're talking, well, not so much for the leader, but the mid-pack, we're talking 3-4 tenths of tire fall off, and usually that hurts the front grip in the front turn. So you definitely want a little tighter race car night in the cooler conditions. Tanker leads, Saber Fox second, and Frank Chilton third as they once again skim the top and hit the wall.
Yeah, Frank Chilton, he right now has a really good campaign for that points lead if he finishes right here.
Frank Chilton sees the opportunity. We talked about Pox Kozar a little bit back in the pack. Some other people to note here is we'll have Zach Pan to Pox Kozart. Zig Zagoon, he's a top running Pontiac in points and see what he can do. Toledo and Money and Miller are the Chevys. There's the Chevy Brigade, also top 10 in points. And your top 4s other than Chilton are Mr. Terror and Anthony McCord at 54. Zach also knows. Zach, real quick here, you know the last race, you pointed this out to me, a lot of rookies in the field. This is the first downforce track. How are they coping tonight?
Yeah, it looks like mostly rookies inside the top 5 right now. Alex Tinker, he is not a rookie. He actually ran full-time last season, but this is technically his this is his second full-time season, so he's not really a rookie anymore, but he's still pretty fresh. And Aztec Lovett also, he's ran part-time, but he's never finished a full season, so still considered a rookie, even though he probably has more experience than some of these guys. And I think the highest guy I'm seeing up here with at least one full season under their belt confidently is definitely the 73 of Shred. He ran full-time last season, and Truly Money, who's been in all of the NCCRS seasons, and he's running right there in 10th.
Yeah, I think a lot of people know that this track, it can produce so much, not so much surprises, but it can produce consistency. We had a caution?
Let's see the pace car real quick. Yes, we do. All right,
Wow.
they're in yellow.
And we do have a caution. We're going to figure out who that was. It looks like it's the 1 and the 17.
Yeah,
There's
could
timing
be.
and scoring.
Yeah, we'll take a look, see. So caution on lap 8.
Oh, yeah.
So he's far back. Looks like, oh, this was a pretty nasty. Nimrod may have struck again. Nimrod,
Oh, yeah.
known for
It's
causing
the
quite
big
a bit
one
of
at Auto
wrecks.
Club. Yep.
Yeah, it was a big one that took a lot of these guys out at Midman, Miller. Man, that's a lot. That's going to be a big, big mess.
Looks like it's.
Ezriel.
Was it
See how this started.
Progress avoided it? He did a
Looks
good
like,
job avoiding. Yep.
Caden Williams in the 25. Not a good start to his NCCRS season after getting moved down to the series for hope of better competition. But got into rookie Israel and Moonman. Nowhere to go for LJ Toledo. Riley Gorse, Nimrod, some of the Dan, quite a bit of damage there, and Brad and Bryson Miller nowhere to go. Melinda Jones able to get out of that, but Melinda Jones did a good job staying out of that, but she's currently last in the standings, so she needs a good race, and so far it's looking to stay like that.
Keep in mind, we do have DQ rules on. Automatic caution, Zach, while we're under caution, tell the fans a little bit about a rule here in the NCCRS here. New rule change, we will not have overtime instated anymore.
Yeah, basically, so if the game throws a caution at a point in the race, probably 4 or 3 to go, and it is too late for another restart, despite how many pace laps are turned down, the race will end under yellow, and whoever is leading under yellow, as long as they are able to keep up pace to the end of the race, into the end of the scheduled distance, they would be scored the winner in that situation. But other than that, not much to say there. Also, one thing to keep in mind about the DQ thing, I'm not sure if we're going to see a lot of guys DQ after this, unless there's a lot of engine damage. We'll keep an eye on that. But Dark X Rain had no front end last the Cup race here, and actually gained spots from guys who did. So that's one thing I've noticed here at Auto Club. So might have to. We'll have to see if we got any guys got engine damage, but I don't know who's out of the race and who's not. But Israel Dreamer for sure out of the race.
We'll have to bend the rules, like Zach said, if we do have indeed some DQ issues. Zach, give us a little bit of a top 10 rundown as well.
Make sure everyone, okay, yeah, it looks like everyone's able to keep it on that 29. 29's got no front end, so 29.04 probably our biggest concerns if that's an issue. But go to 85. I'm gonna go and turn down the pace lap. And
Yep, we'll get a pace lap turned off here. We'll get back to green. And then we'll do a little top 10 rundown. Zach will do that. And I'll give my thoughts of this race so far, 1/3. And Zach, do a quick top 10, and I'll do 1/3 recap.
all right, currently in first is the 85 Alex Tinker. Second, Frank Chilton in the 4. Third, Aztec Lovett in the 72. Fourth is the 87 Saber Fox. Fifth, Sandy Mesty. Sixth is 45 Ian Styles. Seventh is the 22 of Space Guide. 8th is 24 Truly Money. 9th is the 73 of Shred. And then 10th place is Kyler Sestre in the 97 in his debut.
And really, 1/3 in this race, it's really comers and goers. We do see that the top lane really prevails in 3 and 4 if you can carry momentum. But if you start getting in and pushing into that 5th lane, you think about the wall. It's pretty jetted out a little bit here at Auto Club. A lot of these cars are set up to be loose, not tight, because it is cooler tonight, as we should be doubling up here real shortly.
All right, so I did forget to turn on my EXE, so we will not have double file restarts. And if there is lap cars, they will not be sent to the back.
Okay,
So
no double
this is one
file.
of those
Okay.
times that I forgot to turn on my EXE. So yeah, that's just given. Sometimes that happens.
All right, no worries. We'll have to make a checklist for the next race for you fans out there when we move on. But first, matter of business is our first real restart of the night. It's going to be Alex Tanker with an incredible start leading us back to green.
It's a good start. Yep.
And Frank Chilton, we talked about him with the raw pace. This is his first time in second off a restart, or getting up to speed pretty quick in this Xfinity mod here. So you see Frank Chilton, Zach pans to him. Let's go to a roof cam and then see how he's gaining. Let's look at a lap around here at Auto Club Speedway, then we'll do spider cam next lap. All right, so Frank Chilton, you can see he starts to go a little lower to get a little aero help on that left side. He's going to do a little aero push. Yep, great move. Rounds to that left rear quarter part. 85 hits the wall, goes underneath, and he'll pull down the straightaway. Now let's do a little spotter cam right here. Let's do a little spotter cam. Let's go with Frank Chilton on board. All right, Frank, you got the 87 on back. 287 coming with you. Big push coming here from the 87 to the 85. 72's fading. 72's fading. 87's coming with a big run. Lane 4. Try to go lane 4, lane 5. Miss the seam a little bit. There you go. Stay low off the wall. You're going to hug the seam. 87's going to push it. Push it. Stay off the wall. Lower seam. Lower seam. There you go. Perfect. 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 72's pushing. 72's pushing. No help behind. No help behind. No help behind. Still no help. 4 wide. No help. No help. No help. No help. Keep it on the outside. Keep it on the outside. Still no help. 72's got help. He's with you. All right, we're clear. All right, so that's a lap around Auto Club Speedway as a spotter. Sight lines are a little bit interesting as a spotter view tonight. So for Frank Chilton, his goal is to stay around that 4th lane, the 5th lane. Don't want to go push it on the seam and get a little loose there, especially in the 3 and 4. Zach, your assessment so far on this restart? Seems like Frank Chilton's starting to show his cards.
Yeah, Frank Chilton, it looks like he's going to get past. Oh, wow, aggressive move there to keep the lead. He's definitely a good contender for the points leader now, leading laps. He could be the first NCCRS driver to go back-to-back in its 3-year history.
Not uncommon, though, for this season. We did see Joy Paints start off the season back-to-back crown jewels with a bang. See if Frank Chilton can follow in her footsteps tonight. But it looks like it's going to be the 72 just clearing. That is everybody.
Love it, definitely.
Love it. Yep.
Yeah, dark horse right now. He's been quick. Looks like he's been able to play his cards just enough where he's able to stay up here.
Alex Tanker's in 3rd now. He's going to start to give Frank Chilton a massive push down the front stretch. They're going 210 miles per hour in turn 1 almost. So definitely a tire fall, even though it's been a little substantial, about a half a second. For Auto Club terms, that's not as bad as you think with the wore-out pavement. We're talking 20-plus-year-old pavement here. Frank Chilton, though, still looking to try to regain the lead. Love it. This dark horse looks to file him in line as Ian Stiles looks underneath for 4th as our first ballot into the restart here.
Yeah, Aztec Love it doesn't have a lot of stats to him. No NCCRS wins. However, one stat that is very important, he won the Sox 2021 race at this very track. So he does know how to get around this racetrack.
Right now, I love it. There, Zach, I just wanted to let you know right now, it's really starting to single out, believe it or not. We're starting to see less of that 4-wide racing. I think it's starting to tell you that the contenders are showing up and really know how to do tire management. A lot of these rookies, they have to understand and learn the hard way. Tire management is key. A place like this where the tires do wear out, the contact patch loses grip over time Tanker hits the wall there.
Man, Space Guy really pushing it, man. He's also really good in points right now. He's like 5th in points, and this would be a good points day for him as well.
Space Guy looking to push that astronaut rock over to the top here at Auto Club Speed. We've got some mountains off over the side of the hills over there. See if he's trying to channel his inner spaceman tonight. But right now, it's still love it. I can't believe he's holding off Chilton. I think this is a really good time to go to those front 2, Zach, and see where we're gaining and losing. Let's go for a lap. Stay on this TV 1 cam and show the figures right now where we're gaining and losing. So you see right now.
Hard.
Yeah, he's going to push him high, but watch this. Lovett still rim rides. He gets a little speed, and he's going to watch the help come back to him. It's a strategy. Now do a little side draft. But look at the run these guys get behind. That drag is massive with the Xfinity cars. Chilton now leads. I think Chilton's better in 3 and 4, and I think the guy in 2nd has an advantage with aero to push that left side with the wake of these Xfinity cars. A little bit less detrimental compared to the next-gen car, but the Xfinity cars you get on that left side take some of the side force away. You're just pushing up every time. It's a little technical tidbit right there, but let's go back to the lead here. Frank Chilton coming to 11 to go. This race, like you said, sprint, it's flying. As, once again, that's going to be Loving in the wall. And someone else back there, it's the Zaxby's 24. Is that truly money?
Yes, that's truly money.
Yeah, not money right there. Zach, take it over. 1-2 coverage.
Yeah, Space Guy, we haven't seen him up front all race. We don't know what he's got planned for this, running for K&K Insurance Racing. Again, these two guys are really good in points. I think it's going to be a juke between these two. Despite being good at super speedways, it looks like that consistency will carry over into the intermediate race here at Auto Club.
Yeah, intermediate tracks are known to be, like I said, driver dependent, skill dependent, and set. Oh, Messi really rim riding that wall. Not Messi. Not Messi. I'm sorry. That's someone similar to his scheme. So black car. That might have been. It might be Tanker. I think it was Tanker. I apologize.
All good.
Yep, that's Tanker. They have similar schemes. Like I said, under the lights, we are dealing with some frame issues. We're getting that resolved. We got Space Guide looking for the lead here under Frank. Now, this is where if I'm Space Guy, you start pushing right here. You send it. You full send into 3, into lane 3, wash up with a little slide job and push him up. And I think that's what he's going to do.
Yeah, 4-car. I've never seen anyone play more smart race than that 4-car. He's been able to get around everyone almost flawlessly, and look how he is able to get that run off that corner.
You just use the air, and that's it. You just use the air, use the lane control at Auto Club. It's literally like a highway. Think about going down an interstate. You have 4 or 5 lanes of traffic, and sometimes you got to cut an angle to get the most efficiency on the track, and that's what Frank Chilton's doing here. Space Guy's going too low, will not have the run. Frank Chilton's using that top line to prevail, almost 203 miles per hour into 3, which gives him a little advantage on entry. Now, does he back it up on exit? He's going to back it up a little bit. Space Guy's closer to that left rear. He backs off, but yep, he does get into the wall, but it still doesn't slow him down. Wow, Frank, the master of efficiency tonight.
Man, he has really shown who's boss. They're going to have to pry that lead out of him at this point.
Final boss level, as they like to say in video games. Will Frank Chilton be the final boss tonight? Here comes Tanker, though, looking back on the restart. He was the man. He's going to try to reclaim that as the man tonight. Space Guy goes up top now in the preferred lane with help from Lovett back there. Yep, Space Guy's still starting to tweak a little bit. He's going to go a little bit higher on turn 4, but it's a little risky. Lovett's getting forced up there. He's going to hit the wall, and so will others, and he's going to really fall back. Here comes Truly Money, and the top 2 are going to break away a little bit as Tanker will try to slide in the 3rd, but he will just clear. Not 100%, but he would just clear.
Yeah, he's battling real hard with that 97. He's not done. 97 car.
Real quick, Zach, I know it's great action up front. Let's go to the back of the field. Just make sure we have no DQ threats. It looks like
might have one. We'll take a look.
Those guys are 21 seconds back. Yeah, we might get one there. Wow, what a move by Tanker to force Space Guy up into the 3 and 4 wall.
Man, wow.
Ooh, yeah, that might be.
All 3 of them in the draft here.
They are in the draft. We'll have to look at the lap time. 30. Yeah, they're 3 seconds off the pace home. Well, that's going to be enough to.
See,
and we're going to send them home.
LJ, that's going to be like 4 of them. Gosh, okay.
Too risky here, especially we don't want a lap car on the last lap. They would catch them at the last lap at this pace. It's too risky. We're going to have to send them home. 101.
And probably get the 04 as well.
Yep, and we'll take care of those guys as we'll have a clean finish for the rest of this race, which is the right thing to do. As we go to the chat, everyone else will not be caught. So here we go. Back to the front. It's going to be Frank Chilton. As you can see, Space Guy really lost all his momentum. Hit a crater right there. Now, Frank Chilton, he's been the master of playing the air. But with Alex Tanker, would you say is that coming into these last 4 laps, these have been the 2 strongest cars tonight?
Man, I just don't feel like Alex he's been quick. He's had a quick car, but I don't feel like I don't think he's been the strongest. Lovett and 97 really, but that 85, he's got pace. Is how he's going to execute is really going to decide whether or not if he's going to be able to take the win with this.
He's going for the lead right now. Here comes Alex Tanker. Mistake-free racing. This is exactly what you're looking for if you're Tanker. But you got to clear and settle this out soon because you start dragging yourselves back. 3rd place will start catching up. He doesn't understand that. He's going to go back in line. I think you start making your move with 2 to go, though. You don't want to wait to the last lap. Even though there's no caution threat, if we get a caution now, the race is over.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be racing the caution. It looks like everyone's been filing out. I think we'll finish
Hit the
under
wall.
green.
Love it, hit the wall. You know what's crazy, Zach? This is just a real observation. Frank Chilton can hit the wall and make time. That's rare.
Yeah. And I was talking about that. These guys are going to push it to the extremes. And Frank Chilton knows that. I'm not going to say he's the last guy I expect that from, but him being a rookie, only in his 3rd Cup race, just came off a win. Usually the guys like that from super speedways come off a hangover. Super speedway doesn't usually carry over to intermediates, but today that's shown to be the opposite of that Ford.
Frank Chilton really shining bright under these California lights. Tanker's going to start to lose a little bit of that side trap. Does Chilton hit the wall? No, he doesn't push up. That's Messi. Messi is starting to make his move, which is probably money back there. I think these top 2 need to settle it for themselves, as once again it's going to be Tanker looking low. I don't know, man. I think you settle it right here.
Yeah, he's going to be able to. He can't clear.
If he clears, he's going to try. Nope. Chilton will have a run. There it is. No, he will clear. Chilton crossover. Oh, boy. Now, if you're Frank Chilton, do you start packing air? Does he start packing air? Does he start forcing the issue and send it? Answer, no, but he's going to start peaking. It's going to put Tanker in a tough, compromised aero position. No, he keeps it. Now the white flag. Tanker, Chilton, love it. Coming to the white here at Auto Club Speedway. Zach will take it a 1-2, and I'll finish it home. Oh, that's a caution. That's the race.
We are under yellow.
That's the race. Alex Tanker
is over.
Is going to win. And what did we just talk about, Zach? 2 to go was the time to make the move, and he did it perfectly. What a time mover there. We'll have to get that on replay, too, the winning pass.
Yeah, the winning pass looks like Patatnaha, unfortunately, will not have a good end to their race. They may have been involved in that wreck.
Craig, too. It's like a tough break. Let's see what happened.
They might have been off pace from the last wreck.
I don't believe so. I think this was a separate incident.
Might have been. So, time of the caution.
It's Craig. I think Craig's the problem. Yep.
Maybe might have been. Let's see, so we'll go full speed with Craig right here. Come to 2 to go. Okay, he gets in the wall. And there's Miller.
There it is.
Oh boy. Accidentally went to practice. Whoops. Feels like I'm 29. Okay.
Yeah, this is 28 here. We're on next lap.
All right, so
right here. Yep. This will be the lap. Yep. White flag's out. Actually, the white flag should not be. Yeah, that's weird.
All right. Yeah, it's 2 to go. So they were not able to make it to the line, and the race ended under caution just because the fact that they were not able to make it to the line at the yellow. At the time the caution came out, and I think they were very close, but they just could not meet that. Alex Tinker gets his first win that way. So we'll go full speed here. Pockrass gets in the wall. Miller came with too much speed, and Jet, nice save, but yeah, pretty. That's how the race went under yellow, and Alex Tinker is a winner.
We'll have to get a replay of that winning pass on Frank Chilton. Frank Chilton will be denied the back-to-back, but 99.9% chance is the points leader tonight.
All right, so here's pass for the lead, coming 3 to go.
Yep, coming to 3 to go, now 2 to go. Frank Chilton on the outside. Tanker just sends it in low, and I told Zach, we both said it, you want to make the move with 2 to go because of this threat of caution. The racing is different now with no overtime threat, and he just squeezed Spotter, did a great job clearing him up. Now, Frank, I think, was setting up a great run here. He's trying to back it up into 4, just the analysis to use Lovett on the final lap, but the problem is that lap that never came, and he never had the opposite. Yeah, so he starts pushing him up.
Came out about
right to the white flag, right to the white. When I got to the white, right here.
Wow. Right there.
Yep, just right under the light. We had called it. We said it. It's possible to get that yellow, and there it is.
Hold on a second. Maybe they finished it out.
No. Once the leader takes the caution, that's it.
Yeah, I was like really close. They was like right at the line. So Looks like Alex Tanker gets his first career win and a great points day for the 4 and the 22.
Yeah, I think Auto Club produced some solid racing. I mean, 3 and 4 wide racing, 5 wide to start. Small wrecks, and other than the big one we had in the beginning, and didn't really crazy amount of cars retired. We had some DQs, which is normal, but solid race overall, Zach. Any final thoughts here at Auto Club Speedway?
Yeah, I think everyone's going to really, maybe, I'm not sure. I think everyone was just making sure to hit their marks. Frank, I'm sure, was really not expecting that yellow to come out. Sure, him and Miller might have a few choice words after that, but again, that's between them. And I think next race is Old Spice. Don't hold me on that, but be road course. So we'll see how they perform there.
Yep, I'll be back in the booth for Old Spice RC. And that is a race that will also have manual cautions. That's one thing we forgot. We'll talk about why we have manual cautions on road course. It's basically self-explanatory. Pace laps would be a nightmare with automated cautions, basically.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that when we get to Old Spice road course. For Zach, for myself, and for everyone here at the NCCRS, I want to say thank you to the fans in Auto Club in Southern California. Congrats to Alex Tanker on winning here at Auto Club Speedway, and we will see you next week for Old Spice Road Course. We're signing off.